What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. So we have finished the cave where we get the rope launcher. We are going to head to the next cave. So if you're looking at the front of the cave for the rope launcher, that other cave that we want to go to is directly behind it. So we are just going to head off to that cave and get to that today. That is going to give us the shovel, and the shovel is the most important tool for the game. That's what's going to allow you to continue with the story and allow you to get some of the better gear that's in the game. If you end up coming across this very thin lake here, what you're going to want to do is head to the one side of the lake, the side that does not have the cliff next to it, and you're actually going to find some items around the helicopter that's out here. So if we head into this wooded section here, you can see the helicopter there, and if we run up, there's actually a silencer there for your pistol, some other items. Just do all your very good looting. There's also a pistol rail there as well, and some other items there. So that is right there on the map, you can see, and we're headed to that cave that's straight in front of me. Okay, so we're basically at the location. I know it's very dark. We're just gonna follow this river right up here, and there are some items that you want to loot. So when you get here, there's some cash that you can loot here. Go ahead and grab that. There's a cloth here. Behind these bodies, there are some other items we can loot. And then I'm going to switch over to the flashlight so I can show you what the cave entrance looks like. There are these three bodies out front, and the one in the middle actually has a slingshot. Go ahead and grab that when you get here. Now, if you want, you can set up a tarp in this area and save right out front. I think that's a good idea, so I'm going to do that now. So I am saved and ready to go inside. We're just going to head right in and get to this dungeon. All right, so this first section doesn't have any enemies in it. I'll tell you when we get to the point where there's enemies, but you'll need the rope launcher to get across there. We want to run back to this darker area. There's some loot back here that we can pick up. So definitely check that out. I am going to drink an energy drink, and then right after I drink that, I'm actually going to eat an energy bar as well. That way I have a full belly and as much energy as I can get. You can see the pink around the half moon there. I'm also going to go ahead and just combine my flashlight with some batteries. If you've got them, go ahead and do it here, and you should be able to make it through the entire dungeon with that one set of batteries. There's an air tank here if for some reason you've used a bunch of air, and now we can head in. If your rebreather doesn't auto-equip, you need to go into your inventory and equip it. However, I never unequipped it, so it just auto-equips when I go in the water. This is a linear path that you're following underwater, so don't worry about getting turned around. Just follow the way that it allows you to swim. And we have come out of the water. This is a safe area for a moment. And as we get up to here where you can see the enemies, you want to grab these three items. One of those items is the wetsuit, and you can't get back to it when you run back out, so definitely grab them. If you go past the slide, you're gonna have to go back in to get that wetsuit from the beginning. You cannot get it if you complete the dungeon and come back out. Now we've landed at a safe spot again, and this is where things can start to get interesting. You're going to want to loot everything that you see here. However, this is the last time I'm going to tell you to loot anything in here. The other items that you're going to come across in here are things like grenades and ammo, different things like that. But if you get greedy and you're not killing the enemies that are up in front, you are going to end up taking some hits. So I leave the rest of the loot and I go straight for the shovel. Here we go. You're going to come into this big open section. Again, just leave the loot, run past all the enemies, and we're going to peel off to the right, run through this tighter section, and continue into another open section. There are quite a few high-level enemies in here. There's a finger guy there. You can see him, but we're just going to continue to run past him. There's another finger guy. Continue to run past him. Now, there is one of the guys that's 2 bodies and a bunch of babies. We're going to run past them and continue off to the left. Through the little bit of water there was another 2-body guy there. So, like I said, these enemies are pretty difficult. And once you get to this point here, there's a bunch of money on the ground. I just leave it because you end up just burning it anyway. But we're going back in the water. So this is a good point to regen your stamina. Take your finger off that shift button and just swim slowly through this section. So you've got stamina when you come out the other side. And when you come out the other side, just continue to run. Jump over things that the enemies aren't going to be able to get over. And we actually want to take a right here. I almost went left. Take a right. You'll see those lights off in the distance. When you see those, you know you're close. There's a little baby. And guarding it, there is a 2-body guy. We're just going to grab the shovel and run back out. Like I said, don't loot stuff unless you're in a safe position if you're coming in here and killing all these enemies. One of the things that I haven't mentioned in previous videos is that if you are playing with friends, there will be more enemies in here. So if you are coming in here with friends, I don't necessarily recommend the run-through approach. You guys should probably kill them. However, Firespark81 and I were able to get through there by running as well. But yeah, so if you want, you can grab the money when you come back out. There we go. All right, continuing on, at some point, you're going to reach a section where a chunk of wall breaks down, and I will show you where that is. But that's the way that we're going to get back out of this area. So we're just going to stick to the left-hand side here. Again, just leave all the loot. It's not worth going after if you are doing this run through. If you're just straight running through, none of that loot is worth it. It's the same loot that you can go back and find at your crash site. So if you are playing the game and you reload a save at any point in time, you are going to have the ability to get that same loot. We're getting kind of tired here. We're going to swing off to the right and just watch these enemies. Okay, and then we can run. We took a hit. No! I think that's the first hit that we've taken. There's where the wall breaks out, but we're going to continue running past that. We're going to get way down here to the safe area. So if we go over here and get to the safe area, then we need one of these explosive mines. And we can run back up, being very cautious to look for enemies. And we're going to have to throw this right there. That's our way out. And there are items here if you need, so that you can actually explode that guy. So if you didn't come in here with one of those, you could make one of those with the loot that you get from in here, or at least you should be able to. And we will just head on out. There's nothing else worth stopping for in this cave, and it's pretty much complete. Just continue running, jump over the babies, maybe jump over the babies. There we go. They got a little stuck there when I jumped. Okay, and we're going to drop down below, and this is going to be the end of the cave. We are actually going to exit the cave in a different area than we went in, but you can't go in from this direction. So keep that in mind, because it won't let you through. And there we go. We have yet another cave done. We now have the shovel in our inventory. You can see that right there. That's awesome. That's going to allow us to engage with the rest of the content for Sons of the Forest. And I want to know in the comment section below, how difficult have you found these caves when you're going through them? I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.